Betty. I actually started thinking about when I first applied for LT, and the reason I applied is completely different from what I'm getting out of it now. And so I want to go through a couple of those things. I work for a modern consulting company in Seattle. And as you see, I don't look like the average consultant in Seattle. So as I was going through this change at work, I started thinking about how could I then get more leadership visibility. If I applied for LT, we had a conversation with a few leaders about the Leadership Tomorrow program and how great it was. We actually have 7 people who have been through the program at the organization. I started thinking I could bring all these learnings back, to my organization. It would give me an opportunity to have more visibility with the leadership team. And I could talk about some of my lived experiences that were a little bit different than other people's, but having it not be so personal, like not be so much about me, but these are the things that I'm learning, right? To bring that back to leadership. Um, it 2020 just it highlighted so many systemic issues, so many racial issues, and I wanted to be able to have conversations about that, and it was just really hard bringing it up with coworkers and leaders. So I thought, okay, this will help me. But once I got in to the different groups, once I started experiencing Leadership Tomorrow, it changed. I noticed that now I'm engaging with a group of people who seek to understand me, a group of people who are paying attention to what it means to be included and ensuring that all voices are heard, not just some voices, actually being really intentional about that. Um, we have some large group discussions, and I'm an introvert, so I'm not necessarily the first person that jumps in and starts talking about something. But Leadership Tomorrow has actually allowed us to break out into breakout rooms and have small group discussions where I feel like a little bit more comfortable. And then they bring us back out to the larger groups. And at that time, you already got a little bit of confidence, talking about things and sharing your perspective and your voice. And that gives you an opportunity to bring it back to the larger group as well. Some of the things that I wanted to highlight are around the relationships that I'm building. Building relationships through communities that have been created by Leadership Tomorrow. There's a people of color community, but there's also the sectors we belong to. You'll be placed in different breakout rooms and breakout sessions with people from the public and the nonprofit. If you're in the private, it's like interesting to hear about what people do. But the real relationship building I have found in 2 places. That's with the small project team that's working on doing something good for a nonprofit in the Puget Sound community. And then the other is the Black cohort. So we started out as a people of color cohort, but Black folks get together and have a happy hour, and we played like Family Feud and Jeopardy and different games. So I'm in contact with them, and I know that I'll have relationships with them after Leadership Tomorrow as well. I think the last thing I'll leave you with is it's given me an opportunity to practice having conversations that are hard at work, that aren't necessarily easy to start or even comfortable to have. With your small group project team, you are really spending a lot of time together. And so you're able to practice things like, I'm always the person who's taking notes. I actually want to sit back and experience, this project together, things like that. So it really helps you focus on the leadership skills that you want to grow and gives you a small group that you can practice some of those skills on.